everybody, welcome back to my channel. So, I thought I would just hop on here because nobody's home, so I can talk really loud as I want, as much as I want. So, anyways, side note from that, if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, hit that little notification button, and comment down below because I love to see what you guys have to say. So, I'm just going to be talking a little bit about what I've been posting on my Instagram stories. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me on all my social media. But anyways, for you guys that look at my Instagram stories that I post, they're all talking about, like, right now what I'm trying to get at is, like, focus on you and don't let anybody get in the way of what you want to do and accomplish in your life. And the reason why I'm posting about this stuff is because in one of my videos we talked about, like, not to let people interfere in your life and just a little bit of everything. So I wanted to hop on here and just tell you, like, don't let people interfere in in your life. Like I said before, don't let your friends get in the way of you. God is your number one fan. I always say that in all of my videos. He also, nobody knows you better than yourself and God. And I have that in my bio section thing on Instagram. And then I have it on one of my Instagram stories that I did 2 days ago or 1 day ago. I don't know. Go back and look at it. I have them on my highlights. It would be under Corey's words. So, side note from that. But what I'm trying to get out of here is just don't let people interfere in your life. If you have something that you want to grow up doing, get there. Figure out how you can get there. Like, do you have to take classes? Do you have to watch YouTube videos? Like, get that through your head. Like, think about that and really process it. And if that's something you really do, go for it. If it's like something you kind of want to do, or like you're not for sure, do some research. That's what I did, because I want to become something in the ministry. I've watched YouTube videos, I've Googled things, I've read books. Yeah, so just kind of like figure out like where your lane is and where you want to go and what you want to accomplish. So that's like it. Like, now I just want to talk about what you guys are thinking in your brain. Are you thinking positive things? Are you thinking negative things? Comment down below and let me know if you're thinking positive or negative, and I want to know what the negative part is, or like what the positive part is, because I just want to hear from you guys. I love reading your comments and emails that you guys send me every single day. I try and get back to you guys as much as I can. So yeah, anyways, just positive and negative. I'll have positives here, negatives here. So are you on the left side or are you on the right side? Just think about that and just focus on like what you want to do. You know what I mean? Like, you want to know yourself better, not to give up on yourself. And I know I keep repeating the same thing, but just like in a different wording, but that's good, because you guys need to hear it over and over and over, right? So, yeah. What else did I have to say? Okay, I'm just gonna talk random now. I put on a full thing of makeup today, which I'm trying to get in the habit of wearing makeup. So, yeah, I have makeup on, I have mascara on, I have eyeshadow, I have lipstick on, I have everything on that you're supposed to have on with makeup. So, and God made you in a beautiful way. He didn't bring you whatever. He didn't make you to be selfish, like afraid of who you are. He didn't make you for that reason. So just think about that stuff, process it through your head, and if you know what you want to do, if you like want to become a photographer and that's what you have your mindset on, go for it. If you don't really have your mindset on it, just forget about it, you know? It's something you change your mind. I've changed my mind like 3 or 4 times since I've graduated high school. So those are those things that you can think about and process through your head or whatever. You guys don't know what I'm getting at. You guys don't know, like, are you guys not tracking with me a little bit? So on that note, I'm actually here. Let's see. I have a piece of blank paper. This blank piece of paper represents something. And what it represents is you guys letting go of your fears. This blank piece of paper is saying anything that's interfering with your life, doesn't really know what to do, you're gonna throw this paper away. Or you're gonna rip it in half. So you just want to know, and I want to know what those things are, because if you have a piece of blank paper, that means you don't know what you're doing. If you have like a colored piece of paper, you know kind of sort of what you're doing in life. So it's just those things that you want to know. It's stuff that you need to know. So I hope you guys are getting or tracking what I'm trying to say here. But just remember this paper. If it's blank and it has nothing on it, that means you don't know what your life's gonna be like. But if you do know, it would be a colored piece of paper. I don't have a colored piece of paper right now. Actually, let's see. Oh my god, that was really loud. I don't have a piece of colored paper. But just remember, pretend like this is a colored piece of paper. The colored piece of paper represents you know what you're doing. God has you set on this one thing that you know you want to accomplish, and you know you're gonna figure out a way to get to that point. Like, I'm doing these videos because I'm trying to get to where I want to be in the ministry, and I have yet to tell my mom that I want to do that, because I'm just like nervous about telling her, you know? So it's just like, yeah. But you have ways to get to where you want to go. It doesn't have to be different. It doesn't have to be like, oh, it's like out of the ordinary. Like, no. If you have your mind set on something, do it. And if you don't right now, it's fine. You can get to where you want to be. It doesn't have to be like, oh, my parents said I had to do this, blah, 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 blah. Your parents, yes, they can tell you what to do a little bit, but they can't tell you what your future is going to be like and what you want to do in life. Like, what your future is going to be like. Oh, I want to become a lawyer. If you want to become a lawyer, you become a lawyer. Your parents can't tell you to do what you are desired to do, you know, kind of. What are you tracking with me, you guys? So just think of it as this blank piece of paper. This blank piece of paper represents your parents. They can't really explain or tell you what to do with your future and what you want to do in life. So, yeah, this paper represents you don't know what you're doing yet, and your parents can't tell you what to do with your future. And then the colored piece of paper says, I can do it. I'm worthy. I'm trustworthy. I know what to do. God, I've talked to God and He says go for it. Your parents can't tell you exactly what God is telling you. So I hope this white piece of paper helps you out, because it for sure helps me out. So yes, if you have something that's bugging you or something, just remember to believe in yourself. To go back to God. If you're not feeling yourself that day or whatever day it is, just go to God. Have a moment, sit down, and talk to God. That's exactly what I do. Every single day, I have some kind of problem. So I sit on my couch in my room and I just talk to God. That's what I do. And that's something you guys should do. If you're having a rough day, just go to like a room, an empty room, and just go talk to God, because He's there for you. Nobody knows you better than yourself and God. Remember that. I'm gonna repeat. God's your number one fan, and nobody knows you better than yourself and God. I'm always gonna say those two things in my videos, because it is very true. So that's kind of my talk of the day, like our pep talk of the day or whatever. That's our talk. Just believe in yourself. Remember this blank piece of paper. And my next video, I'm going to have a colored piece of paper, so I don't have to like keep going back and forth this way. But just remember this piece of blank paper. Don't let anybody tell you what you can and cannot do. You tell yourself that I can do it. I am trustworthy. I'm positive about myself. Like all those things that I've said before, that's what you need to focus on, is yourself. Focus on yourself. Don't let anybody get in the way of you. You focus on you. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm focusing on myself and where I want to become in the ministry. Like, I'm thinking of like maybe going towards like the youth ministry, like working with young adults or whatever. And I don't know, like I don't know why I'm like struggling so hard. Like I'm like writing down like what I'm gonna tell my mom. And I want my mom to be there for me. Like, this is what I want to do. I want my mom and my dad to believe in me and keep telling me that, Danielle, you can do this. You can do this. I believe in you. You can. That's what I want my parents to say when I tell them. So I don't know. Maybe like if you're having a bad day or you just don't know what to do, maybe you can go talk to your parents. You talk to God and your parents. I normally just go sit in my couch in my room and talk to God. Or I read my devotion 2 times, because every morning that I read it just lifts me up. So just remember those thoughts. You guys are amazing. And remember this blank paper, because I just thought about this a couple days ago, that the left side is people don't care. They just want you to do what they want you to do. But the colored piece of paper is telling yourself that I can do it. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get me to where I want to be. That's something that you just need to know. So, that being said, I'm gonna leave it on this note. I'm gonna leave it right here, and I will come back tomorrow and we'll discuss a little bit more about the same topic. That's what I'm trying to say. So I hope you guys have a wonderful Wednesday, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.